Hi, welcome to another episode of Realtor in the Kitchen. Kind of like Cat in the Hat, but Realtor in the Kitchen because I'll be cooking for you today. This is a recipe that my mother taught to our family, and it's called beef rice pilaf. This is the perfect accompaniment to a steak on the grill, a rib roast, any kind of beef dish, and it works with chicken and it also works with pork too. So a lot of great dish. This is a great accompaniment. It's the perfect first date dinner. So yes, and it's super simple to do. There's like 5 ingredients, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is go over what do you need to make this dish. Well, you're gonna need, this is the second run, so you need a good 12-inch fry pan, okay? And you're gonna need a strainer to strain the rice. You want 1 full measuring cup, not the rice measurer, the full measuring cup. You can add a few more grains if you want. You need 1/3 of a cup for extra water to put in there. And, knife, chopping board because you're going to be chopping up the onions, and a little spatula to kind of mix things around a bit, okay? On top of that, you're going to need let's go over here. You're going to need a 1.5 quart casserole dish. This is a 2 quart. This works fine. It's good if it's clear because you can see what's happening inside. Okay. The basic ingredients is 1 cup of medium grain rice. You should use good quality rice like a botan rice or a hinode, or some type of calrose medium grain rice. Not long grain and not those other variations, but just medium grain. Okay. You'll need half a chopped onion, and we use sweet onions. They taste really good. And 2 tablespoons of butter. You'll need some garlic. The first went through is with real garlic, whole cloves. This one will probably need about 1.5 tablespoons. Okay, and then of course Tabasco adds a little kick. That's good to do. And beef broth. Okay, now beef broth is important because we use the Campbell's condensed beef broth, and that's important because it's a little more shall we say, condensed. it's just going to be a little browner. If you use the beef broth out of the box, it's going to be a light brown, really light brown, but this will make it a hearty and robust dark brown beef rice pilaf. Okay, so that's important. So let's go ahead and give me a second. We're going to start prepping. Okay, so we're back and we're going to start assembling. First thing we're going to do, we'll set the oven to bake at 350, and it's preheated, so that way it's good to go. We're going to go over here to the sink and we're going to put the 1 cup of medium grain rice, quality rice, and we're going to wash it in the strainer so that all that talc and all that powder that's in there comes off the rice, and it's a nice clean rice. Give it a couple of minutes to drain after that so there's no water in there. When it starts to run pretty clear, that's when you can go ahead and just let it drip dry. Okay, we're going to heat this up on a level 5 on the stove top. Okay, we're going to go ahead and drop the 2 tablespoons of butter in there. We can get our chopped garlic. Go ahead and we like garlic at our house. We'll go ahead and pop in 1.5 tablespoons. Okay, and we're going to drop in the onions. Okay, and in that way it'll start prepping. Now you want to cook the onions until it's a little translucent. That's when it's kind of starting to get that flavor into the butter with the garlic and everything, and that's when it's prime time. Okay, and then after that we'll go ahead and throw in the rice. Well, before the rice, we're going to throw in some Tabasco, and you're going to see this come out fabulous. Okay, hang on. Okay, so we got all our ingredients into the pan, and you can see that the butter's starting to melt. We're going to go ahead and let that melt, mixing in with the garlic. And we use a spatula, move this around a bit, get this kind of mixed in some. Okay, right about now we can go in and add in that Tabasco. Put like 5 to 7 splashes. If you like a little more, you like a little more. I'll add a little twang to the dish. All good. You want the onions to be a little clear before you put the rice in. Okay. Okay, that looks good. So we're going to drop that in there. We're going to fry this up for about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, it's on a 5 on the stove. Real simple dish. So we're gonna let the stovetop camera do its thing, and I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, we can see that the rice is starting to get cooked a little, so we're gonna put in half of the beef broth can just to get it a little flavoring start. And remember, use the condensed Campbell beef broth. Don't use beef broth that isn't condensed. Okay, this is gonna add a lot of flavor. Get into a real rich type of broth for the rice to cook in. Now we're going to let this cook for a little while, a couple 3 minutes, and we have our handy dandy casserole dish covered, and at least the cover should be clear so you can see into it. And cup. This is cup here. That's perfect. Okay, we'll let that heat up again, simmer boil for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and put it in the 350-degree oven for about 35 minutes, and it'll be excellent stuff. Okay, be right back as the magic of video continues. Okay, so the beef broth, rice, onions, garlic, a little bit of splashes of Tabasco have been going for a couple of minutes now, and we're going to take the rice, we're going to put it into our casserole dish. Ta-da! And we're going to put the casserole dish into the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes. Okay. I'm going to take the spatula. I'm going to move all the rice grains into the casserole. Now you don't have to do anything to the casserole dish because it's in its cooking process. It's going to boil and it's going to even out, and all the beautiful things are going to happen. All the beautiful things are going to happen to the rice pilaf. Anyway, we'll circle back in 2 and 2 when the dish is ready to serve. See ya. Okay, we're at the dinner table, and as you can see, the rice pilaf is done. Now, when you open this up, you'll see that it is beautiful brown on the sides here, and that's just perfect the way you want it. Okay, it'll hold the steam in, it'll stay hot for a long time. So we're just going to go ahead and let this sit while we get the roast in the oven, and we'll be ready to eat at about 4:30. Okay, I want to thank you for joining me. This is a wonderful accompaniment to any beef steak or any type of dish, main dish, and I highly recommend that you use it on a special occasion, date night, whatever have you. Okay, this is Brian Chun, Realtor in a Kitchen, and thank you for joining us. Next episode, we're probably going to do something, the batayaki dinner. That's really a fantastic. Now it's going to be a long video, so get ready because it takes a little bit more prep than this is just one accompaniment. Okay. Again, look forward to seeing you again soon. Check out our other videos. We did our Chun style fried rice, and we also did our Christmas coconut shortbread cookies. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.